Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at who is spying on you and why they're spying on you, okay? So please be aware this is a general reading to only take what resonates and leave the rest, as the messages may differ for everyone watching. I'm now going to show you your crystals. So for pile number 1, we have the strawberry obsidian crystal. For pile number 2, we have this pinkish purple agate. I'm not sure whether it's pink agate or purple agate. And then for pile number 3, we have amethyst. I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one pile, you can pick 2 or all of them. Your intuition will always know best. If you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I will see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number 1s. If you chose the strawberry obsidian crystal, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at who is spying on you and why they're spying on you, okay? Please be aware this is a general reading to only take what resonates and leave the rest, as the messages may differ for everyone watching. You chose the card decisions. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of your cards for you now. Okay, so for your cards, we have trust the timing, trust the wave you came on in, time is not running out. Interesting that we see a woman here on different journeys, so I'll just keep that in mind. We have here communication. We have love is strange with strange Valentine. And lastly, we have carnivorous flower fairy with a tempting offer has a high price. I'm now going to add your tarot cards. Let's see what shows up. So we have the 2 of Cups. We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the Star. We have the 4 of Wands. And lastly, we have the Tower card. Okay, my pile number 1s, now that we have your cards laid out, I see exactly who is spying on you and why. So firstly, I want to say I'm feeling this is more romantic. So for a lot of you, this is either someone watching you, wanting to ask you out on a date, wanting to communicate with you, or at least thinking on the decision if they're willing to work on this and grow this with you, if that makes sense. For some of you, it's someone new in love, whereas for others of you, I feel this is like an ex-lover that is kind of watching you, trying to make a decision if they should communicate with you or not. Okay, so the feeling I get, since we have the communication card, the feeling I get here is like this person is not physically watching you, but like is watching you on social media in some type of way. Or is like, the feeling I get here is someone going onto WhatsApp. Let's say it's an ex-lover and they still have your number, for example. Going through your chats from before, looking at your profile picture, looking at your stories, seeing what you're up to, wondering if they should communicate, or going on your Instagram, Facebook, trying to see if they should communicate to you or not, trying to see what you're up to perhaps. That's the feeling I get. Even if it's someone new, the feeling I get is it's over social media in some way, where they are trying to figure out whether they should communicate to you or not. And I'm hearing for some of you it's not on social media, but for most of you it is. For some of you it's like, the feeling I get is either you've been to a place, like let's say you go to, for example, doesn't have to be exactly like this. Let's say you go to a coffee shop every morning, and every day you see similar people there because the similar people live in your area. You get what I mean? And let's say someone saw you there and thought you look really attractive. They want to ask you out on a date, communicate to you, but perhaps they're still making the decision, still too scared if they should or not. You get what I mean? That type of energy. Doesn't have to be a coffee shop, but just an example I'm using as like a place you go to locally where people see you, but then it's like regular people. You get what I mean? Perhaps someone that is interested in you, that the feeling I get that wants to communicate to you in some way. So for most of you, I feel like it's on social media is the feeling I'm getting. And the feeling I get is this is either someone new in love that you've never met before, that is quite mysterious if you ask me. Like the energy here I'm feeling is mysterious. Like, who is this person? I'm trying to understand who this person is. And that's the vibe they give me. Like, you know when you meet someone and you just want to know more about them, but they're just so mysterious that it almost feels like when you ask them questions, you're not getting much out of them, if that makes sense. So I don't know if this is a good mysterious or bad mysterious. But I don't know. Okay, I'll tell you what I see. So yeah, if it is someone new in love, very mysterious person, if it is someone from the past, I feel like, you've had memories with this person, being a lover together, you've had a relationship before, and I don't feel like it's just a short-term relationship if it's an ex-lover that wants to communicate to you. I feel like it's a kind of love where you've made active memories together and you can think back to those memories in a sense, if that makes sense. So yeah, I feel like if it is someone like an ex from your past, the feeling I get here is they dream of you a lot. And perhaps them dreaming of you a lot will kind of make them, the feeling I get here is it will kind of make them think about you more. I don't know why specifically they're dreaming about you, but the feeling I get is they are dreaming about you in some type of way, or daydreaming about you. And the feeling I get is they almost want to pick up their phone and message you or text you, but they're still trying to make a decision. And they might do this spontaneously. So the feeling I get here is more so over the phone, for most of you. So the feeling I get is like, let's say an ex-lover watching you on social media, looking through your posts, what you're doing, looking through your stories, daydreaming, dreaming about you, thinking about you, watching you, and then thinking, should I message them? Should I not? Should I message them? Should I not? Will they even want to talk to me? And if it's not an ex-lover, same thing. like a new person watching you in love, like, should I message them on Instagram, DM them? Will they even answer me? Should I talk to this person I see every day? For some of you, I'm hearing it's a work colleague that wants to date you. Take it as it resonates, my pal number ones. So yeah, I'm kind of getting this feeling like this person daydreams about you or dreams about you. That kind of energy, and they may decide to do it in a sense, like they may never decide to do it and let fear take them away from actually messaging you or communicating to you in any way. Whereas they may decide to, but if they decide to, I feel like it's not going to be a thing of like, I'm planning this per se, more so an impulsive decision. Like, oh my gosh, I've been thinking about this forever. Let me just get it over and done with. Type it quickly, throw my phone there, and not look at my phone for the rest of the day because I'd be too stressed out if this person actually answers me or not. Like that kind of feeling. So that is kind of what I'm feeling here. I know a lot of you don't want to hear about your exes, and if it's someone new in love, then yeah, but like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this person's energy because they're so mysterious. They give off this vibe of like mystery, but in a sense, I don't know if I should trust it. Like that's the kind of feeling I get. Like the feeling I get from this person is they're mysterious. You know, they may draw you in, and the feeling I get is this person knows that you are, I feel like you're my pal of pure souls, or just people that are very loving, very nurturing, very graceful in some type of way, very empathetic. And they can see this quality in you through perhaps the things you post or how you speak your truth, how you kind of show or communicate yourself in some type of way in front of this person, or this person just naturally senses that. But the feeling I get is to be very aware and alert of everything this person communicates to you. Because as much as the mystery may be a little bit sexy in a way, is the feeling I'm getting from spirit. You know, we have Carnivore's Flower Fairy. A tempting offer has a high price. So this may be a tempting offer of love for you, my pal number ones. But what high price does it have? I don't quite understand this person's energy, and the reason I'm feeling it like this is because when someone is closed off or they hide things, they hide their true intentions, the energy just shows up weirdly, where it feels like I'm trying to pull answers out of the tarot cards or out of me channeling the energy, feeling the energy. It feels like I'm trying to talk to a brick wall, if I can put it lightly. That's how it feels. So I feel like this person may not be having the best intentions towards you in this love. Because as much as this is a tempting offer in love, I feel like you are a truthful person, my pal number ones, and you don't expect people to not be truthful to you. You get what I mean? So I just want you to be alert and aware of everything this person says, everything they communicate to you. Because I don't know, like the feeling I get here is red flags from this person's energy. It's not consistent, and I don't know exactly how to explain it. it feels like I'm in the energy and I am trying to, how do I put this lightly? Let's say I go on a date with someone. I'm going to just explain this in an example, okay? And I'm asking them questions and they're very mysterious and they're like answering my questions short. And they're like, let's say I ask them, oh, where did you go to school? I went here and here. Where did you go? And then I answer long and I talk about my whole story and everything. And I'm like, oh, how old are you? Like, I'd love to know where you're from. Because I never heard of the school you went to. What was your experience? Did you go to college? Like, tell me more about you. And then they just answer me short. And then they kind of like say, tell me more about you, but not like tell me everything I need to hear about them. Then I almost feel like, what are they hiding from me if they're not telling me the whole truth, if they're not communicating to me properly where it's a two-way street, but more so like being mysterious and not letting me in on where their mind is at, if that makes sense. Or let's say I'm dating a person long term and I'm like, for example, I feel like this person may have commitment issues of some sort because we have the Four of Wands and the Tower. So the Four of Wands to me represents marriage or a long-term commitment, and the Tower is like that falling apart. So perhaps this person, for example, has commitment issues, and I've been with this person for 2 years, and then I'm like, where do you see us being in the future? I'm trying to communicate lovingly to them to see if we're on the same page, and they're like, oh, I don't know, let's take it slow and go with the flow. I don't know if I want to get married or not. We'll see when time goes by. But it's not giving me an answer if we're on the same page, because if two people want two different things, then that relationship is already rocky because it's not on stable foundations, is the feeling I'm getting. So I feel like this person, their energy confuses me in a sense, and I feel confused in this energy, and that's why perhaps Spirit is saying a tempting offer has a high price, because something about this person may be tempting. Maybe the way they look, the way they speak to you, maybe they're charming in some type of way, or maybe the love relationship with this person may be a tempting offer, because we see the Two of Cups, love is strange. So I feel like it's definitely having to do with romantic love. And if you're not looking for the messages on romantic love, then this is not your pile. But the feeling I get here is it is someone interested in you romantically, whether it's an ex, someone new, but this person is not consistent with their energy or their intentions, and I don't quite understand this person's energy because their energy confuses me, and I feel like I'm in a situation where I'm asking this person what their intentions are and they're short with me, or I ask them things and they're not clear with me. I feel like this person is the type of person that tells half-truths. For example, let's say, I'm just trying to think of an example. Okay, I'm just going to use, let's say we are on holiday, for example, because I'm just looking to the side and I'm seeing my messages from the Mermaid's Oracle deck in a beach. So I'm just like, okay, I can't rack my brain for more examples. Let's just say we're on holiday together and I'm with this person, just as an example. And I'm like to them, okay, today, I want to go to the beach. Let's go have fun on the beach today. Go swim and like maybe go for lunch later. And this person's like, yeah, I'll meet you there later in a bit. Go without me. But then they're kind of moody as they say that. And then yesterday they said they would come with me to the beach and they looked very happy about it, but now today they're grumpy. Their mood has completely changed. They're not being consistent with their energy. You get what I mean? And then I'm now all of a sudden confused because why all of a sudden the energy changed last night. They were so happy to go with me, but now that I'm trying to make an effort to spend time with this person, they don't want to spend time with me and they're just grumpy. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm not going to let this person ruin my day with their grumpiness. Maybe it has nothing to do with me. And I go to the beach and I'm having fun there. I'm building sandcastles. I maybe buy some cocktails there if there's places like that. Maybe I call one of my friends that lives in that area. Like, let's say I have a friend that lives there and I'm on holiday. And I'm like, let's go see something quickly. Let's go around quickly. Swim. Maybe there's like a restaurant at the beach. We sit there for a bit. And then I get out my phone. It's like 1 p.m. and the person said to me, I'll be there later. I haven't seen any sign of my lover since we got to the beach at 8 a.m. in the morning. You know what I mean? Since I got to the beach, I mean. And let's say, I'm like trying to communicate to them, trying to send them a message online. It doesn't go through. One tick. I'm like, what is going on? Where is this person? They said they'd be here. And then I message them. One tick doesn't go through. Their phone is off. I try to phone them. Rings, doesn't answer. Later on, I'm like, okay, whatever. What is going on? Like, I'm just so confused. Like, this person said they'd be here later, but what time is later? Like, why don't they communicate to me properly? And then the feeling I get here is like, let's say you sit with your friend and you're having lunch together, and then 2 hours later after that, you're having fun with your friend, you forget about this lover of yours that is just so inconsistent, and then you kind of go back to your phone and you check that they gave you a missed call and they're like, I'm here, didn't you see me, blah 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 blah, I went back home because you never answered your phone, blah blah blah, and now they're shouting at you, but they were the one that was late, like almost putting the blame on you, if that makes sense. And then you're just feeling so confused. I feel like this person has almost like a narcissistic energy. That's the feeling I get. I feel confused in this person's energy. I feel like I'm being put on the blame, if that makes sense. But perhaps I'm just feeling what this person will do to you, or like the type of feelings this person will bring out in you. And that's what I meant by this person is somewhat truthful, but not completely truthful. Because they said to me, let's go back to the story. Hypothetically, they said to me they would be there later, but they didn't give me a specific time. They just said later. And they were grumpy with me, but the previous night they were happy. So there's inconsistent energies here. You know what I mean? And then you go there, you're having fun, you're waiting for this person, they don't show up, they don't communicate, you know what I mean? And then later on, they put the blame on you when you don't answer the phone, but they were late in the first place. So that is the energy of like what I'm feeling. This person told a half truth and said I'd be there later. They were there later, but they didn't say what time. And they didn't say they would take hours. What were they doing in that time? And why were they grumpy? And why do they switch the blame on you when you weren't the one in the wrong? You get what I mean? That's how I feel this person's energy is. And there's something about this person's energy that just feels draining. Like, it feels like I want to just give up in a way. And I don't know if I'm just picking up on like the future energies of you being with this person, or like if this is an ex, like past energies of a person being inconsistent, kind of being half truthful but not completely truthful, wanting to offer you love but not being completely in it. Like, that's the feeling I get here. Like, yes, I want love, but I don't want marriage. But I'm not telling you straight that I don't want marriage. I'm just leading you on until 6 years later down the line, you're like, what the hell's going on here? You said we were gonna wait and see, but now we're waiting and seeing and nothing's happening. And then only they tell you they don't want to get married. Or let's say they don't want a long-term relationship, and they're like, let's just see how it goes. Let's just be together. You're being together. You're doing all the relationship things together, but they don't give you actual proper commitment. That's the energy I feel from this person, like inconsistent. But also, with the carnivorous flower fairy, kind of, you go near it and it bites you. And that's just its nature. So if a person shows up with this energy, it doesn't mean that they are perhaps intentionally trying to hurt you, but something they do, if you go close to them, yep, they bite you and they hurt you, you know what I mean? But it's not your fault. It's not like you wanted to get hurt, but you were just there in that vicinity, in that moment, and you were that person's first option to bite in that moment, if that makes sense, because it's in their nature. So when we talk about the carnivorous flower fairy in a person, it's not to say they're a bad person per se, but it does give off like narcissistic traits, or a person with no empathy, a person that may hurt you unintentionally or intentionally, and I don't know if they'll feel guilty for it, but you being in this person's vicinity may hurt you, if that makes sense. So let me give you an example. Let's go back to the example we used. Let's say this person is like that. They can't take responsibility for their own actions, for example, and then they put things to blame on you, and then you feel confused by it. You get hurt by it just because you're in this person's vicinity. But if they were dating someone else in love, they would do that exact same thing to them, because it's who they are in their nature. And it's not gonna change anytime soon until they learn who they are in their nature and how they're hurting others, if that makes sense, intentionally or unintentionally. I feel this is emotionally. So yeah, I don't feel like this is the right person for you, my pile number ones. And as much as a tarot reading may say this, I am speaking from me feeling the energy. Of course, your decision, because we see the decisions card here, is ultimately up to you. You can choose to hear this advice, say, I don't want to take this, I want to try, but then know that the lesson may be brought to you through this person. If you choose not to trust your guides in this sense. And I'm not saying this in a bad way. I feel your ancestors giving this message, giving a kind of warning about this person, because the feeling I get here is this is not the right person for you in love. This is a person that is very different to you. As we see in the Love is Strange card, we see a woman and a monster. Well, yeah, basically. And they're two different people with two different intentions, two different hearts, two different ways of loving. And this person's way of loving may hurt you, not intentionally, but may not be all that you need in a love partner, is the feeling I get. So with the trusted timing card, trust the wave you came on in, time is not running out. Perhaps this is a reminder from Spirit that time is not running out within your love life. If you're single right now and you're wanting love, time is not running out. There's a journey ahead of you that you can't quite see yet. And this tempting offer may look sweet because you chose, the strawberry obsidian. When we think of strawberries, they're nice and sweet. But is it going to leave you with a bad tummy ache? You don't know. You get what I mean? So the feeling I get here is to trust your ancestors' guidance, because they can see further than you. And perhaps further down the line, there's someone else. If you just waited a month more, 2 months more, or a year more for a good lover that will come your way and treat you right, perhaps the connection with that person will be even better if you were to just wait. As we see, a tempting offer has a high price. Why don't you wait for another offer that is not having a high price, that is true with their intentions, that is really going to be what you need in the long term, in the long run, is the feeling I get with trusted timing. Perhaps your lover is still going through their lessons, the one you're meant to meet. Perhaps the one you're meant to meet is still busy focusing on their career, and it's like your ancestors are saying, sometimes we can't see further. We want things in the moment, and that is totally valid. But perhaps the person we're meant to meet isn't ready yet. And if the universe were to bring us with someone that's not ready, it would fall apart because there's no stable foundation. You get what I mean? So trust the timing. Timing is not running out for love, if that makes sense. So, like we said, this person may be an inconsistent person, mysterious, but I don't know if I trust their energy. I don't know if they have the best intentions towards you, because I feel like this person will want to make a decision, or have you make a decision on being together with them, and be like, I want to build a connection with you. I want to build a firm and stable connection with you. With the star, give you hope, perhaps lead you on, make you feel really hopeful about this connection, make you feel like it's your I'm hearing effing soulmate. Sorry for, I don't want to use swear words, but that's what I'm hearing. Like spirit putting emphasis. It's like this person leads you on, gives you hope, and then pulls that hope as like a rug under your feet after, with the Four of Wands and the Tower. I feel like there's commitment issues here. Like this person may sell you dreams, if that makes sense. Sell you dreams, have you hold on to that hope, and then pull that hope right under your feet, and you're left with nothing. You get what I mean? And the reason why this person is watching you is because they want to be your love interest. So that is what I am seeing in your reading, my pal number ones. I really hope that this reading resonated and that this helps give you guidance regarding this person. So that is what I see in your reading. I really hope that, this helps you move forward and know what steps to take. But of course, the decision is ultimately up to you. I can't wait to see you in my next reading. If you like this, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Hi there, my pal number twos. If you chose this pink purplish agate crystal, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at who is spying on you and why. Okay, so please be aware this is a general reading, to only take what resonates and leave the rest, as the messages may differ for everyone watching. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of your cards, but you chose the card Gentleness. Okay, so for your cards, we have Karmic Relationships with Orion Energy, Polarity, Soul Growth, and Conflict. We have Ask for Help. We have A Clockwork Pumpkin with a Wonderful Idea and the Aha Moment. We have Candy Cane Angel with It's Time for a Treat. We have the Sun card. We have the King of Cups. We have the Hierophant. We have the Ace of Pentacles. And lastly, we have the World card. Okay, my pile number twos. Now that we have your cards laid out, I see exactly who is spying on you and why. So firstly, I'm getting the sense that this could be a masculine energy, or it could just be, it could also be a woman, that we're speaking about. But I'm feeling more masculine energy. For some of you, I guess for some of you, it could also just be a woman with masculine energy. But I'm feeling more masculine because we have the Gentleness card that you chose, as well as the King of Cups, giving me a sort of masculine energy. You get what I mean? For some of you, I feel like as I speak about this person, you may recognize who this is by the traits I mentioned. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit. And like the Clockwork Pumpkin with a wonderful idea, the aha moment, when I see this card in a reading, you know how we see these, I don't know what these things are called. My Pisces Mercury sometimes forgets words. Forgive me for that. But this, I kind of see it as like it turns and then it clicks and it's like light bulb. So there's a light bulb moment that may go off in your mind as I speak on this person's traits. This is what I'm hearing from Spirit. You may know who this is initially as I speak about the traits of this person, okay? So I feel like this person, like I said, you may know who this is based on what I say about them, or something specific, like a specific word I mentioned, I'm not sure, or maybe it happens later and you're like, oh, this is the person. You get what I mean? So I feel that energy. I'm feeling like this person kind of like spies on you on social media. That's the feeling I get. And the feeling here with this mermaid here, we have a mermaid that wants to pick up the phone and call for help. So the feeling I get here is perhaps this person is looking in on your social media, has your phone number saved, or has your social media account like Instagram, things like that. And perhaps they look at you and what you're up to see what you're doing in your life, to see where you're at. That kind of energy, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's the feeling I get, like them looking at social media on their phone, scrolling, seeing what you're up to, seeing who you're friends with, seeing who you talk to, seeing what you do for work. Like the feeling I get is this person is just like checking on your life and seeing if you're doing well for yourself, if you're doing okay. This is the feeling I get, like this person is a kind of lone wolf or likes to spend their time alone. The feeling I get is like this person may like to spend their time alone, may be very much, I'm hearing Aquarius like, so this person doesn't have to be an Aquarius specifically, but could be very Aquarius like, where you know how they tell jokes about Aquariuses where they don't text back or something like that. Like, I'm an Aquarius, so I know what it is. But like that kind of energy of like, I'm in my own space, I will text back hours later, but I wasn't ignoring you, I was doing my own thing, that kind of energy. I feel like this person is kind of like that energy, like I'm in my own world. Um, I come out when I'm needed, but I'm most of the time in my own solitude, in my own world, if that makes sense. So I'm feeling that energy, like this person sits in solitude, plays video games, that kind of energy, like they like their alone time is something I'm feeling. They like to sit alone, watch movies, sit alone, um, play games on PS or Xbox, something like that, or uh, like the kind of energy of I'm sitting alone in my room listening to music on my phone, like kind of looking at your profile, but not really speaking to you, just interested in what you're up to. That kind of energy. For some of you, I feel like this could be a friend or someone that's in your circle, if that makes sense. Um, so I don't feel a romantic vibe from this, but it could be at the same time. So for some of you, it's a friend. For some of you, it is someone that's in your circle of friends. And for some of you, it is like a person that has feelings for you, that's interested in you, that hasn't told you, or perhaps they have told you, but the feeling I get is they're kind of quiet. I don't know how to explain the energy, but they're kind of quiet, but they have those feelings. There's something that this person recognizes in you. So for some of you, there is romantic feelings. For some of you, there isn't. But the feeling I get from most of you, this person has seen you out and about with your friends, like on social media, or is in your circle, in your friend group in some type of way, knows you somehow. I feel like you know this person for a lot of you. And or maybe you know this person as an acquaintance, but there's this feeling of like this person recognizes something in you, something great in you. The feeling I get is almost like you will be grateful when this person reaches out. You will be full of gratitude. You will feel like this is something sweet, as we see in the candy cane angel. This is something sweet. A sweet offer that is coming my way. Okay, so I kind of get that feeling, and I kind of get the feeling you will be relaxed when this offer comes in. So I feel like this person wants to help you out with the ask for help card, or ask for your help. But I feel for most of you, it's helping you out in some way. Like, let's say a friend that sees you want to start a business, for example, and they're planning in the future to message you when they have the funds and be like, I want to invest in your business, and I'm going to have like a 40% gain of your profits because I'm investing a hefty amount into your business. You get what I mean? Help you out in some way. Or ask for your help if you are doing well financially, where it's like a win-win situation on both ends, where you get something sweet out of it for both of you. With the candy cane angel, it's time for a treat. I feel like this is more business, kind of like more to do with money, more to do with career. This person may have feelings for you, but they're kind of relaxed in that. Or it may be the sense of like they have a tiny bit of feelings for you. But it's more like the feeling I get, whatever this person messages you for in the future, it's like they're looking on your page, recognizing you, relaxing, and they feel your energy, and they feel like you would be a good match for them in some way. Business, talking business, does that make sense? So That's the feeling I get, like something to do with career, something to do with money, something financial, where it's a win-win situation on both sides. Let's say this person asks for your help and doesn't have money, for example, at the same time. Let's say this person asks you for help and not offering you help, but asks you for help financially. And let's say it's a situation where they need a certain amount of money to borrow from you, and you know this person very well. So let's say you say yes and you set up a contract and you're like, I'm going to charge you interest because I am giving you money and I am trusting you with this money, so I'm going to charge you for interest on how long you take to pay me back. And then it's like a win-win situation on both sides, where you get something sweet out of it, but this person also gets something sweet out of it. That is the feeling I get from your pile, my pile number twos. You know, you may even work with this person. Let's say this person offers you a job and sees your talent, sees your skills, knows you or knows your friends or something like that, is viewing you on social media. Maybe they have a business idea. They want to create a business with you. And, you know, like this light bulb moment, like I have an idea. This person would be perfect for my idea. A creative idea opposite the sun card, or a creative project. Perhaps this is a coworker you work with. And they're like, I have this huge idea. This is going to be a sweet deal for both of us. A win-win situation for both of us. And I know this person has the right talents for this. I know this person can take a leap of faith into this, and it can be a win-win situation. It can be an opportunity for both of us, if that makes sense. So that is kind of the energy I see, more so business-like, more so like let's work together, let's invest something, let's build something together in terms of money, that kind of energy. I will say though, trust your intuition whether you feel this person has the best interest in you, whether you feel like this is gonna be a good deal or not, because the feeling I'm getting is it may be a leap of faith for you, where you really have to be courageous to open up to this. And it may be a risk for you, okay? So let's say, you know, it is like a business kind of thing, and this person does want to invest in you, for example. Read the contracts, everything properly. Get your lawyers in on it. Make sure everything is done properly and detailed so that you don't lose money in the process of trying to build something. And I'm not saying this in a bad way. I don't think this person has bad intentions towards you. I think this person wants to grow money with you in a sense, or grow an opportunity with you. And this person is very wise with the Hierophant card. Perhaps they have a lot of knowledge in business, or a lot of knowledge in what you specifically want to achieve with the World card in your career. And the feeling here I get is like it's a risk, it's a leap of faith that can have a lot of blessings, but can also be a hefty lesson if it's not done properly, if that makes sense. So I feel like this person's a gentle person with the gentleness card, King of Cups. Very genuine person, but at the same time, there is a sense of conflict between the two of you if you do work together. So that is the warning coming up here, that you two may learn lessons together if you work together in some way. There may be some type of conflict, some type of polarity. You may see things differently. You may want to work differently. You may have different ideas of where you want to go, and it's important that you two are on the same page before you agree to anything, okay? But I feel like you will learn a lot of lessons doing business with this person. Good or bad, I'm not sure, but there are a lot of lessons and soul growth to come out of this. They're reminding me of a movie, not a movie, a series I watched to explain the energy, sort of. I just want to find it on Google. I forgot what it's called. um, It's Daisy and the Six, so it is a series about this band that gets together. Originally, they start out as just like the friend group there, and then later on, it's showing the story of, like, I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's showing a story. So if you don't want to hear the spoiler and you've never watched it, you can just skip over or just listen. I don't know, up to you. But they start out as a band, one like group, and then it shows Daisy, the other girl, that is also there making music on her own. So it shows both of their lives at the same time. And later on, they come together, and the music record label says to the band that Daisy will be a good addition for them. That the man that worked there, the front, I forgot who the lead singer was. There was a man that was a lead singer. I forgot his name, but he basically agreed to work with her, but then they had a lot of issues together because they saw things differently. Like, maybe she wanted the lyrics to be this certain way, but he wanted the lyrics to be like this. So they had their fights and their arguments, but when they were on stage together, it was magical. But they had their disagreements here and there. However, there was a lot of growth that came out of that band due to that conflict they had together. But the conflict they had together made it a very volatile space. You get what I mean? So I really want you to trust your intuition on this. I don't want to pull more cards because I feel like that is all Spirit wants to say. Of course, this person hasn't reached out yet. They're wanting to reach out in the future when it's the right time. But I feel for a lot of you, it is gonna be a win-win situation. Spirit is just reminding you to trust your intuition on what you feel is right. I feel like this person may call you in the future, and of course, like I said, they are spying on you on social media, but not in a bad way. More so like, I want to make some type of offer to this person that is going to help us both achieve something. Or call you. Let's say you work with this person and they call you one day and they're like, I have an idea. You'd be my perfect candidate for this. Just make sure that you two are on the same page with the idea, with what you're both going to get out of it. Communicate those things in the beginning so that you're both on the same page, so that this conflict doesn't create a lack within what you're trying to build. So let's give an example. Let's say you two have a business idea together and you create a business and you become business partners. And let's say you, in the beginning, you talk it out, but you're not properly going into detail because perhaps you're scared that it may put this person off. But Spirit is actually saying do the opposite. Talk about everything. Every question you have burning in your mind, talk about it right there and then. And make sure everything is written out in a contract where you read everything properly. You get lawyers to read over it. And you come to an agreement, a written signed agreement together that says, okay, I get 50% of the money, he gets 50% of the money, for example. And then this is our deal, this is our agreement. Nothing written else there that I don't want in there. And this is our business idea. Let's say we're going to sell clothes together. But now he wants to, let's say we didn't have that conversation. Now he wants to sell tracksuits, but I want to sell dresses. And now we have a clash of what we want. And now because we have this clash, there's some kind of conflict here where we can't agree on what we want to sell business wise. And then let's say this conflict ends up costing us so much because we can't be on the same page and come to an agreement, and now it results in us both losing money because we've invested money into this business, but we can't be on the same page. So that is the feeling I get here. That is the advice you have from Spirit. So trust your intuition with this. I wish you the best of luck with this, my pal number 2s. I do think that this can help you in some type of way, but just be aware of what your intuition is telling you about this person and their intentions. So that was your reading. I really hope that this resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pal number 3s. If you chose this amethyst crystal, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at who is spying on you and why. Please be aware this is a general reading to only take what resonates and leave the rest, as the messages may differ for everyone watching. But you chose the card Contentment. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of your cards. Okay, so for your cards, we have Discernment. We have Winged Seer with You See Clearly and Clairvoyance. We have Messenger with Serious Energy, bringing harmony and balance. And lastly, with the Oracle cards, we have Fairy of the Divine Hand with Intoxication, Distorted View, and Overindulgence. For your tarot cards, we have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Ten of Cups. And lastly, we have the Moon. So since I couldn't pick up this card, perhaps that's like Spirit putting emphasis on this card with the Moon. Okay, my pal number 3s, now that we have your cards laid out, I see exactly who is spying on you and why. So I feel with the Messenger card, there's this feeling of like this person viewing you on social media, wanting to send you a message, wanting to talk to you. But I'm feeling my nose itch as I say that, and usually when my nose itches, it's Spirit communicating to me that someone's scared to do something. So perhaps this person wants to message you, communicate to you, but they're too scared to, and they're kind of watching from afar, if that makes sense. With the Winged Seer, I feel like you know who this is. You intuitively know who this is, and perhaps you feel their energy, but you don't want to talk to them, or you feel this kind of like, perhaps your intuition telling you not to talk to them. I don't know, something about that, because we have the Winged Seer here with You See Clearly and Clairvoyance, and she has wings on her, eyes on her wings, but also in this card, eyes in the wings. And when I see eyes on the wings with these oracle cards, it represents her seeing things from all directions. Even if she closes her two eyes here, her wings can see it all. Like, that's the kind of feeling I get. So there's this feeling of you seeing it all, even though you're not physically there to see what this person's intentions are, but you know who this is. It's like you can feel them watching you. I'm hearing that song by Michael Jackson, like, I feel like somebody's watching me, something along those lines. I can't remember what the song was, but you can feel them watching you, and perhaps you know who it is already. And since the wing seer is opposite the moon represents our intuition, trusting our intuition, because the moon represents that energy of connecting to the spiritual energies. The lunar energies are like the spiritual energies, where we can't logically explain the sensations we're feeling or seeing. Perhaps some of you have seen this in a dream with the moon card, or have an intuitive feeling on who it is, or have an intuitive feeling on why they're watching. So I want you to trust your intuition and discern which messages are for you and which are not, okay? Because for everyone watching, it may be different. Okay, so for you, my pile number 3s, I feel like this person wants to reach out to you and is watching you on social media, I feel. That's the feeling I get. Social media, or is asking about you. For some of you, I feel like this person could be spiritually watching you with the moon card. And like here we see it, at first glance it looked like a person in the back, but then when I read out the guidebook, I was like, why is there a person in the back? This looks so sus, like it looks like some horror movie thing. But then I realized it was a lighthouse. So this is a new oracle deck I got. I didn't realize it was a lighthouse, like shining light out, but at first glance it looked like a person watching this mermaid. So I'm gonna take that message as for you. Like, it almost looked like a person in a cloak watching with their identity hidden. So I can take that as like a person. Discern which messages are for you. I don't want the messages to scare you, my pile number 3s. Intuitively feel out the energy, what messages are for you and what are not, because I don't want to scare you. So if you have already felt this, then this message is for you. If not, you can leave it behind. For some of you, you've intuitively felt like someone is spying in on your energy, either doing readings on you with the moon card, buying readings on you with the 6 of Pentacles, getting someone to remote view you spiritually. Like, you know how I said a person wearing a cloak hiding their identity? Perhaps getting someone to view in on you, remote view you, spiritually lucid dream into your energies and see what you're doing from afar, and watch, like as we see, like watch this little mermaid here. Watch what you're up to and what you're doing. So for some of you it is like that, but when I said this energy, it could also just be getting readings on you and seeing what you're up to and seeing how you're doing. So for some of you, I guess this could be an ex-lover. For others of you, I guess this could be someone new watching in on you, wanting to take a step towards you but not knowing if they should, wanting to message you, call you, communicate to you. And the reason why I also say social media is because she's sitting on this big shell here. But to me, this kind of looks like a phone screen. Why do I keep moving these cards? Perhaps this person wants to move towards you. Like movement, almost. Like a sign through the cards. Movement. Because here it's like, it looks like a big phone screen or a TV to me, if I had to think about this logically. Like the shell she's kind of sitting on. So yeah, I don't know. Discern what messages are for you, my pal number threes, which ones aren't. Because I feel like you are intuitive. I mean, you picked the amethyst crystal, and here we see, purple in the background, such a pretty purple in the background, as well as the winged seer, as well as the moon card and the amethyst crystal. It's all representations of intuition. So trust your intuition with which messages are for you and which are not. Okay? But I don't feel like I don't feel like it's all of you spiritually. I feel like it's just for some of you, if you already felt or sensed that. And if you did not sense that, then that message is not for you. And when I spoke about like watching, but like covering or hiding their what's it called? How do I put this in words? What did I say? I said something about hiding who they are. So perhaps I could be watching in on you on social media, on like a tablet, like a big screen, or yeah, like I feel like a big screen, like a tablet or a phone, but like syncing their phone to the TV and like watching your Instagram, watching your TikToks, watching your YouTube. I don't know. That is the feeling I get here. Watching your Facebook, looking at the pictures of you. Or perhaps they could be watching you from like a fake account and not like showing their true identity. So if you have a lot of fake accounts watching your social media, then take that message, because then that's them. But feel out who you feel this is. For some of you, like I said, it's an ex-lover or someone that wants to come towards you in love, wants to message you. Whereas for some of you, I feel like it's an ex-lover's current lover that is kind of stalking you, if that makes sense. Not stalking you literally, but like, let's say getting readings on you to see if you're a threat or not, to see if you still have feelings for this person. Or let's say they're viewing your social media, your Instagram, being like, is this person prettier or more handsome than me? Is this person talking to my person still? Is like that kind of jealous energy. So take the messages and discern which ones are yours, which one are not. But I feel like this is related to love in some way with the Ten of Cups. Okay, so either a love interest, someone that has a crush on you, wants to take a step towards you, wants to message you and talk to you but doesn't know how, because it's even opposite the Eight of Swords. They feel stuck, they feel shy or anxious, they don't know how to talk to you. Or it's an ex-lover that wants to reach out to you but they don't know if you will message them back or even see it, because maybe you blocked them or something, or maybe they feel like you won't message them back, so they feel stuck in a way. Okay, or perhaps it's like an ex-lover's new girlfriend or boyfriend or something like that, where they're watching in on you, where they feel stuck because perhaps they are looking at love in a distorted view and kind of like jealous of you. They don't know if their partner still likes you, and they are trying to see in an information, like maybe buying readings on you or just looking through your posts, seeing who you're friends with, trying to figure out if you're still speaking to this person. Perhaps they feel like this person is deceiving them in some way, or they're suspicious of this person and want to message you and be like, did this person ever treat you bad? Did this person ever cheat on you? That kind of energy. If it is like another person that is connected to an ex of yours, where they kind of want you to give them information with the Six of Pentacles because they feel challenged in some way with the Nine of Wands. I don't know if their suspicions are correct or not, But there is some kind of distorted view here from this person. Either this person wanting to catch a person in love, like cheating on them or something, or like try find information on their lover if it is right or not. Or it's like a kind of energy of like, let's say it's a kind of energy of an ex wanting to talk to you but feeling stuck, wanting to tell you something, give you some kind of information, okay, with the Six of Pentacles, or something like that, like where they're watching you, they're stalking you, perhaps you've blocked them but they're using a different profile, or like perhaps they're watching in but not liking anything, kind of like spying on you on social media is the energy I feel. And then like they want to message you or call you, but perhaps they're blocked where they can't do it with the Eight of Swords. Or perhaps they feel shy if it's a new person in love. They feel too shy to message you. They don't know if you'd like them back. But the feeling I get, if it's a love situation where it's a lover wanting to come towards you, or a romantic interest, or an ex-lover, I want you to be very discerning with this person. I want you to be very careful with this person. I want you to trust your intuition, because there's something you see in this person where your intuition is correct. Okay? So the feeling I get here is like, if it is a love partner, they may create problems or challenges in your life where you stay stuck. If you do create a long-term connection with this person with the Ten of Cups, where you're committed to each other, I feel like this person may create challenges or problems in your life, and you already intuitively see that. So I want you to discern this person, whether this is a person that's going to bring harmony and balance into your life, or destruction and chaos into your life. I don't feel like this person has bad intentions towards you, but I could be wrong. So trust your own intuition, my pile number threes. If it is a situation of love, then I feel like this person, there's something about this person having a distorted view on either love, maybe, or like the examples I'll have for you is like, let's say this person has a distorted view on love, if it is a love kind of situation, and they view love in an unhealthy way, and they are the type of person that is always creating conflict with you. They don't view love in a healthy way. Or like, let's say this person becomes very codependent on you, and they view love in an unhealthy way, and they're like, where are you? It's been 2 hours since you got home. And then you're like, I told you I was going to go grocery shopping. And they're like, you never told me, blah, blah, blah. You're cheating on me. And then they kind of project onto you, like that kind of energy. Or let's say they view love in a distorted way, where they're kind of avoidant and they don't take responsibility for their actions. Or let's say they view love in a distorted way, where the example I'll give, some people view love in a distorted way where they think that they can love a person but cheat, for example. So that is like a distorted view of love, like an example. It doesn't have to be exactly like these examples, but this person has some kind of distorted view of love where they're going to give you that type of love with the Six of Pentacles. That may create challenges or keep you stuck. May not be intentional, but there's this feeling of like this person may burn you unintentionally in love. Or perhaps with the overindulgence here, let's say this person takes substances. No shame to people that do that. Let's say this person drinks heavily or takes substances and like create conflict or fight with you when they are high or drunk. let's say, and then it creates challenges for you. Let's say the connection is beautiful, your romantic relationship's beautiful, everything's perfect except this one thing where they are drinking or high on something, and then all of a sudden they're creating fights, they're creating problems with you, they're creating challenges, they're being very unresponsible is the word I'm hearing, and then creating challenges in your connection. But when they're sober, they're perfectly fine and they're the best person ever. But when they are drunk or high, they're someone else. So no shame to anyone that takes substances or drinks. I know it's a part of human life, but the feeling I get here is like addictions. Or like the person overindulging in like other things. It doesn't have to be substances. It can be... I'm hearing the song Womanizer by Britney Spears. So like, let's say the person is addicted to having lots of women, for example, or having lots of men at once. Or let's say this person is addicted to going out and drinking, and that's not who you are. That's not what you want in a long-term relationship. And this person wants to go out every weekend and party, but that's not your vibe. Then there's a conflict, there's a clash between what you two both want at the same time. Let's say this person overindulges in food, for example, and you are a fit person, you want to go to the gym every day and be healthy with your partner, but this person overindulges in food. Like, there's something here where this person may create a challenge in your life, so discern whether this person is right for you or not, because I feel like the love may be here. I don't know if this person has bad intentions for you in love, but I feel like the love may be here, but something about this creates a challenge, a huge challenge where you feel stuck in this connection. And do you really want to feel stuck in a love romantic connection? Because the feeling I get is like in one ear, out the other. You talk about this challenge or problem, but they don't listen or they don't change anything. That is the feeling I get here. So I want you to really dive deep into your inner knowing moving forward. If this is like an ex-lover's girlfriend or boyfriend, I feel like there's this sense of them wanting to find out information on their partner, contemplating if they should message you, because there's some kind of challenges they're experiencing in their connection with this person where they feel stuck, and they want you to give them some type of information that can help them out in a sense. Like, let's say this person feels like their partner is cheating on them, for example, and they message you and they're like, you know, I know you dated so-and-so 5 years back, for example, and I just want to find out how they treated you, who they were as a person towards you, because I don't know if this person has good intentions towards me. And let's say, you know, you say to this person the truth and you say, oh, yeah, they did cheat on me 3 different times. And now this person knows, okay, this is this person's true colors, because they were trying to find that information. Or like, let's say this person is in competition with you and thinks that you are with their lover in some type of way still, seeing their lover. Or maybe they feel like, the feeling I get here is infidelity for some of you. So discern which messages are for you, because I feel like so many different energies here. I feel here like an infidelity vibe, like them wanting to find out the truth, competing with different people. So let's say their partner is cheating on them, but not with you, but they want to find out who they're cheating on with. And now it's like 5 different people they're trying to look through and see if they're the one. It's almost like they're fighting over this person. But you're not fighting over this person with them. You're just in your own lane. So I don't know, like either this person's suspicious of you doing that currently, or they want to ask you and message you to see if you know anything about this person that they don't know, like a different side to them. I feel like this person is cheating on them or lying to them in some way or betraying their trust in some way, and they're onto it in an intuitive type of sense, but perhaps they don't have physical evidence with the Eight of Swords, so they feel stuck. And they want you to give them that proof or physical evidence so that they can make that decision and sleep peacefully, is the feeling I get. I feel like this person wants the truth if it is like an ex-lover's current partner. So since I was feeling so many different energies, just take it as it resonates based on who you feel it is. You know, I feel like there is some sense of being careful with this person, being alert with this person, but also a sense of this person's path with you maybe, would I use the word unorthodox? I don't know, but maybe a little bit different than most. So like, let's say for example, this is a love relationship, or an ex-lover that wants to come back to you and communicate to you. But let's say you two don't have a typical relationship together that lasts many, many years. Maybe it's a relationship that lasts 5 months and it teaches you a lot of lessons but puts you on a different path but has some heartbreak in it. Or let's say it is a long-term relationship you have together where, for example, you don't have kids but you have pets together, but maybe you want kids but this person doesn't. That kind of feeling. Or like, let's say it's unique where you want love but this person's scared of love. Like you want to get married and have kids but this person's scared to do that. Like I feel like there's something different about your connection together, if that makes sense. And the feeling I get here is, if it is like an ex-lover partner, there's this feeling of them intertwining on your journey in order to receive the information that they need to receive, but feeling stuck to do so. It could also just be someone's girlfriend or boyfriend where they think that you're cheating with them. Like let's say they follow you on Instagram and they think that you're the one doing that, but it's not you. You get what I mean? Maybe it's someone else. So there's this feeling of like a different type of connection. I don't know how to explain it, but I hope I'm making sense. And there's a strong feeling of a person wanting to talk to you and communicate to you in some way. So I want you to really slow down. Think about what your intuition is telling you about who is spying on you and why. But I feel like for most of you, the why is about communicating something to you. Communicating love to you. Asking you something that they feel scared to ask you. Something about communication is the why. And in terms of who, it's different for all of you. Trust your intuition. Slow down. When you do, or if you do receive a message from this person, if they ever gain up the courage to talk to you, slow down, really trust what your intuition is telling you. Discern what this person is saying. Dive deep into this person and your knowledge of them. If you have no knowledge of them, come back home to yourself and trust your intuition and what your intuition is telling you about this person. really be patient with your answer, because the feeling I get here is your answer may come to you in a dream, in you looking into this person, diving deep into the information in this person, of this person, talking to this person, but discerning for a little bit, keeping your distance for a little bit to see what they really say and analyzing it, trusting your inner knowing and moving forward by trusting your intuition, but also contemplating this, because I feel like you're very free in the sense where you don't think a person may have bad intentions towards you. I'm not saying this person does, but something is challenging about this person. I don't know. I want you to really trust your intuition with what your intuition is telling you. Go with the flow. Be patient with your answer. Seek the answer with light is something I'm hearing. Like, don't go looking for the answer through feelings of anger, through feelings of anxiety. Seek the answers when you are in a space of light, when you are in a space of peace, because that's when your intuition is going to come through the strongest. And be patient with what your intuition is telling you. Be patient with your answer. Go with the flow. Maybe talk to this person, communicate, contemplate whether this is something you want to participate in or not. And trust your inner knowing. Go with the flow. But I also feel like you're very free people in the sense where sometimes you are just like, the feeling I get is, you know, when a truthful person doesn't think that a person will lie to them because they're truthful. It's like kind of that energy of like, really discern, because you may be that way, but someone else isn't exactly that way you are. You get what I mean? So that is the feeling I get here. To slow down, to really pay attention to what they're communicating to you, what they're saying in between the lines. Whether this is something you want to participate in or not. Slow down to receive your answer, and you will. I feel here for a lot of you, you will receive your answer intuitively from a motherly energy. So either like a grandmother, like in the astral realms that has passed on, great grandma, mother that has passed on for some of you. Or for some of you, it's like, I feel like a deity that has mother energy. Like, for example, Mother Gaia. Perhaps you work with Mother Gaia or work with a mother deity. That's the feeling I get. Or like a feminine ancestor, feminine guide that is a mother or was a mother. Or a very nurturing feminine energy. Something about those. Or like, let's say it's your angel, and your angel was once on earth and was once a mother, but is now not on earth anymore. Like that kind of energy. So, yeah, take the messages as they resonate, discern which ones are yours, but also trust your intuition if this person does ever reach out to you. Because that is what I'm feeling in your cards. The energy is kind of confusing to me, like, because it's from so many different places at once, like the ex-lover, love interest that wants you but doesn't know how to speak to you, or ex-lover's girlfriend or boyfriend that is watching you. So take the messages as they resonate, discern which ones are yours, trust your intuition moving forward, and Spirit keeps emphasizing on that, okay? So that is why I keep repeating it, because that's what Spirit is emphasizing here within your reading, within your cards, okay? So that is your reading today, my pile number 3s. I really hope that this resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye!